Whoa, are you a DJ?
Hi! Hi, everyone!
Oh.
It's not in. Hold on. We need to go this way. No, towards this way.
Well, you do the camera a little bit.
Okay, so hi, everyone.
Oh, hi.
Hi. Is that good? Everyone can see us? Hey, hi!
See, look,
Oh,
I'm over here.
Let us know in the comments if you can see us. May I touch your
I
mother?
want to hear you,
Absolutely
you
not.
party animals howl.
I hope you can see us.
Alright, what is
Jinx.
it? Hi, hello.
Hello, all.
What's up? We got the Choi Pizza team here.
Ducraft the Warrior fanboys in. Hi!
Hello.
All right.
Oh, there we go. Okay. So, you guys should be able to see us now.
Mhm.
We can't see you, but we got your comments flooding in here live. So, if you have any questions, ask now.
Listen, please bear with us. This is our first official live stream
Yeah.
as on the channel.
Yeah.
As Toy Pizza on the channel. You know, we're very thankful for, you know, almost a year now. Everything, you know, we've come. You know, it'd be cool if we can get some of our first subscribers in here. Let us know if you are a Vsauce 3 subscriber, if you were before or after that tentpole event.
Let us know if I'm tan.
Yeah, let us know, how dark does Nikki look?
Let us know about lettuce.
I'm wearing camo and I'm dark.
Nikki went tanning.
Nikki went tanning. I did not.
So welcome to the Kickstarter Q&A live stream session. We're going to be streaming some video games here for charity.
Oh.
No, we're not doing that?
No,
Oh, we're not doing that.
No, I don't think
Okay.
we're canning that.
Sorry, guys.
But we do have a number of toys here in the office.
We got a lot
Stuff
of
we
toys.
have covered before. If you
Stuff
know.
we can't cover. Embargoes.
No, with that too. No, but I'm saying like this is new, and like there's stuff on my desk, there's stuff on Nikki's desk. You know, if we want to start talking about toys, we can.
Do we have any Dudecraft fanboys in the house, though? That's my biggest question.
Maybe. What's Dudecraft?
I'm not sure what Dudecraft is.
Don Jose says yes, way before he was a subscriber.
He's an OG fan.
Is he wear bathing apes?
Nikki, you wearing babe?
No, I'm not wearing babe. This is Supreme.
Why are you saying like that?
Supreme camo. Classic woodland camo that you can find at any thrift store or.
Nikki's sitting like he's pregnant.
Why are you saying like that, Nikki?
Oh, that's funny. It's
Okay.
last of her life. So
My boots don't only look fashionable; they are fashionable.
God damn it, Liz.
Sorry,
So what's up? If you guys
are?
have any questions for us,
Oh, that's
Oh.
copyright. We're gonna get content ID for
Oh boy!
for the.
all right, we have our first
segment.
question. And I think Dudecraft fanboy,
Okay.
Dudecraft
Wait,
warrior.
first let's have a round of applause
For?
for this Kickstarter launching.
For
Hello.
you guys, for the audience.
Thank you. We're already more than halfway there.
We have 36,000 people watching right now, so that's great.
Yeah.
Let's have a second round of applause for Tiffany Smalley.
Tiffany Smalley.
All the heavy lifting for Kickstarter.
People don't know who this is. This is Tiff. She's very nice.
You know, our
Tip,
Girl
everybody.
Pizza, episode 1
Girl
and
Pizza,
Yeah, episode 20.
graphic designer.
So, Dudecraft's question:
2.
which company did Marvel Legends better, Toy Biz or Hasbro? Pizza for life.
I like Toy Biz still, the
Of
classic
course.
Toy Biz.
That's
Of
not
course.
even that's not a real question.
Yeah.
Of course, the originals were better. I think Hasbro's made some strides, and they're getting better and better. But you know, I give it to Toy Biz.
Yeah, but that doesn't mean Hasbro's not doing a good job. They're doing awesome, and they're great all scales. You know, the 5-inch and the
Yeah.
3-inch.
Yeah, Thanos I can get.
Yeah. All right. So Cade ran off to get his favorite Marvel figurine that he currently has. So, who here back Kickstarter? Let us know in the comments if you did. We are at 75. Let's take a look. Actually, let's see.
Still 72%.
You know, that's actually a good talking point. That, you know, this is a good. I don't know what you guys started talking about when I was gone, but here's Thanos from Hasbro, right? Like this is from the.
Yeah. So this is the Marvel Universe. This is the smaller scale line.
Right. But what's cool is we actually have. What are you pulling up here?
Yeah, we're at 72%.
73.
Oh, we're talking about Kickstarter now?
No, we're just.
Oh, I thought we were gonna talk about Thanos and how they revealed the Hot Toys version.
Oh
See
yeah,
this?
Hot Toys was shown.
You see this?
I didn't see it.
Google
Oh,
Hot
okay.
Toys screen share.
All
Have
right,
you seen
well-
this thing? You heard about this?
People.
Okay, for quick reference, just put up that Thanos, and then we'll see the Hot Toys one. Is it Josh Brolin?
Yeah,
Okay.
just type in Hot Toys Thanos and it comes up.
I did Hot Toys anus, and a lot of things came up.
That's not good. But see, like this is a great toy. Like
Okay, no, sorry.
very flexible. I mean, we did an episode and we featured him, and it's
Is this
pretty
bad
cool.
boy?
Yes.
I can't see with the.
I love this toy right here. But what Nikki's about to show you,
I'll show you all.
like the ramen, is this. Check this out. Look at that. Hot
You heard about
Toys.
this? You seen this thing?
It's a Hot Toys Thanos. Okay.
In chair.
Okay. It's in chair. It's based on Guardians of the Galaxy.
You know, this is really like the clearest look we've seen of the character because he's always been kind of hidden in the shadows.
Yeah.
So
You're right.
you're really starting to see the details and the intricacies of
Right.
the costume.
All the skin problems he has. Right.
Yeah. It's pretty cool.
So let us know.
Oh, someone asked where'd you get this blue fish? It's available for pre-order on wheeloffun.com.
That's right. It's
It's
Wallace.
Wallace.
And it sings from Being Puppy Cat.
We've got a number of questions here. Soy wants to know, how did you guys come up with the muscle definition for the new Knights of the Slice? I think that's a question for Jesse, maybe.
Yeah, I was real scanned,
Uh-huh.
and they used my actual body proportions.
Mhm.
We had to actually take in the crotch because it wouldn't fit in a mold. It was too bulky, they said.
Okay.
So, you know, it's 99% me.
That's interesting.
Mhm.
Okay. What do you consider the best type of material to create action figures? And Nickelord asks. Best type of material. That's an interesting way to phrase it.
It's got to be a mix. You know, it's got to be ABS and PVC plastic, and then the joints you typically make out of POM, which is almost like a scrap plastic.
It's also a company that makes pomegranate juices. They used to use glass bottles, but then they went to plastic. I used to save them and, you know, repurpose them as glasses for around the household.
Tea.
No, palm tea.
Glass hole?
Palm tea.
Yeah, I didn't say that.
Hot Toys?
Let's see.
Any more questions? So if anyone didn't know, like for all those Soy Pizza fans out there and you're tuning in just for the first time, like we may have mentioned, we do have a Kickstarter that's only like 5 days old. So check this out. As you can see, we are at 73%.
Share. There you go. Look at that.
Funded. We're asking for 10,000. That's actually pretty amazing. Just in 3 days that we got up to 73%.
And we are there on the good graces of our fans. I mean, we owe it all to them. They made this possible for us, and we are tremendously grateful. This is, I mean, who thought we'd be so close to 75%, but not at 75% after so few days?
That's right.
We could do a little better, though.
I mean, who's going to pledge the 9,000 for that helmet?
Somebody's going to get that.
I mean, and who knows what's going to be unlocked at 90,000?
Oh, my God. Guys, once we hit 10K and we can start talking about the stretch goals, that's when this campaign gets really interesting because we saved the best stuff for last. It is, you have no idea what's coming down the pike for you. Let's just say Hot Toys Thanos.
Yeah.
Not a part of it.
Has nothing to do with our Kickstarter, but you know, it's pretty cool for you to check out.
So keep the questions funny in.
Oh, that's a great question.
Where's the link to the Kickstarter?
Where is
Excellent.
the link?
Oh my God!
Where?
All right, check this out, guys. I'm just gonna put this in just for you.
We're gonna
It will be in the description of this video.
We'll also put it in the chat.
Yeah, we'll put it in the chat also.
Yeah, so check
Get
this
a
out. I don't.
Oh,
no, can't do it.
we
No.
can't do links.
Can't do
in the
links. So
chat.
if you were looking for the Kickstarter,
We're gonna put. Well, they have to refresh. So tell them to refresh after.
oh shoot.
All right,
Okay.
so we put the
You can
You
also.
can just Google Toy Pizza.
Kickstarter.
Yeah, look,
Kickstarter.
we're getting Kickstarter's been great. We're getting a lot of love from their search traffic.
Oh, I see. Yeah.
So just go ahead and you can type in Toy Pizza. You can type in Knights of the Slice.
Yeah.
Both
Yeah.
of them will come up in
Yeah.
Google
Yeah.
search.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Freaking YouTube Live. If you're on YouTube right now, if you work for YouTube right now, make it so that you can
Shame
edit
on you.
live.
Right.
All right,
I
we
mean,
have a good question. Do you plan on making different color variants in the future Knights of the Slice?
Oh.
Well,
okay.
that is
Okay.
where our stretch goals come into play.
That's right.
We have a ton of stuff planned for the rest of the year, but really this campaign is our main focus. And I think we have another 4 variants that we have yet to reveal. And I would argue that they are better than what we've already shown. I'm more excited for the stuff that are going to be unlocked than I think anything in the campaign so far.
I mean, who wants the metal one? The all metal one,
That's great.
non-posable.
That's pretty cool.
That's
I don't know
awesome.
how we're going to make that, but we'll find out.
So yeah, like you said, we are gonna have other colorways for this figure, but who knows? We might actually have more. And oh, look at that! Double up. Can I eat you? I don't think so.
Oh gosh.
Dragon Ball Z or Naruto?
If you could have any
Neither. I hate
Spider-Man.
both of them.
Oh, they're both great. Have you given Naruto a chance?
I haven't. No, if somebody
See?
could make me a mixtape, I'll listen to a couple of their tracks and tell you what I think.
Naruto's really good. I mean, he spelled Shippuden wrong, but
Oh, we got a huge geek question coming in.
Incoming.
But before we get to that,
From
Bella
Duke.
Perez asked, would you come up with the name Toy Pizza? That's a pretty good question.
We fought about this a lot. And
Right.
actually, Nate Olson hated Toy Pizza.
I did too.
Loves the logo, though.
I actually thought it was a running joke between Nikki and Jesse for pretty much the entire time until they reserved the username.
We were just trying to find something that was like catchy and appealing, and I think pizza for like thinking of like collecting the Ninja Turtles back in the day, like pizza was such a iconic 80s neon day glow sort of thing.
And it's kind of like a junk food for your,
Yeah.
It's this thing you crave. It's a thing that everyone likes. It's just kind of.
Yeah, but
It's
now
like
I don't even think of it as. I can't even imagine that we would not call it that. Like I think back, and I cannot imagine it being called anything else because it's become this ubiquitous thing,
I think also just when we were thinking about it, we wanted something that like if you searched it, it didn't come up. And if you search Toy Pizza, all there was just like plastic toy pizzas like that from various like Fisher Price days. So now when you search Toy Pizza, you get us, So we were also looking for, something that we can make our own. So.
That SEO, right?
Have you ever eaten Toy Pizza? Definitely, it's pretty good.
We're skipping a couple good questions here.
Favorite use of chrome on a toy?
Daft Punk Tamashi.
That's a good one.
That's my
That's
answer.
a really good one. I mean, there's so many. Just look at my Instagram. Like it's all chrome.
Yeah.
I think like Microman and Micronauts use chrome to
Really
great
well
effect. There's a ton of them.
There's a ton of them.
I'd be hard pressed to pick.
Let's see. No Stripe April. What is he talking about?
From Ninja Turtles. That's a relatively
From her
rare-
jumpsuit.
Yeah.
Wow.
Favorite use of chrome on a toy? We hit. Have you ever eaten Toy Pizza? Yes. In the near future, any ideas on villains? We do have work.
We have so many different ideas for villains. We have so many fans that keep pitching us ideas for villains. I think that we may want to look at doing a contest or something for one villain, right?
Well, one villain, and then just like the one of us being like henchmen, I would say, but definitely making it a fan thing is actually pretty interesting.
Think of like Mega Man,
I mean, there's
like
lots of villains,
Yeah.
There can't just be. I mean, sure, there's one big bad, I'm sure, but there's got to be a lot, right? It's a big game, right?
Dr. Claw.
Actually, this series is just about pacifists. There is no adversity whatsoever.
And there's no diversity because there's no girls. Let's hope that changes.
What's up with
We've
that?
addressed
That's
that.
a big. No, let's stress it again.
Okay.
Why?
Yeah, so all those
What the
females asking, they're like, I like the Kickstarter, it's very interesting, but where are the ladies?
Where are the
Where
girls?
are the ladies?
A
Where's
lot
the
of
girl
people have been
pizza?
asking, where are the female Knights of the Slice?
Where are they at?
And we have a very good reason why we did not focus on female figures
Mhm.
for this campaign at this time.
What is the reason?
The reason is our good friends at I Am Elemental have just recently made awesome female action.
Let's take a look. Why don't
We're
we pull it
gonna
up?
share the screen here.
Don't do it too quickly.
We're gonna do it right now.
But let's be honest, they don't have gold pizza on their heads.
Ooh.
Let's just say, without giving too much away, there's a collaboration coming out at some point in the future. We're discussing it now. So we can't make a better figure than they did. These things are awesome. They're super articulated. They look great. Great color scheme. We couldn't not compete with that, nor would we want to. They're our friends. So for anybody who's hard pressed, the I Am Elemental ladies are the de facto female Knights of the Slice for the time being.
For the time being.
For now.
You see how you
And
said that?
hopefully sometime in 2015, we're going to have a sort of official something to announce.
Right.
So that is
Hopefully we'll be working on it.
that's the very legitimate reason
Princess of the Pies.
That's clever.
Wow.
why. There's
I
a
like that.
adult website called that, and
Oh.
I don't think we can compete with that trend.
Evolvo asks, I'm big.
Yep, correct.
Okay.
Yeah.
Me.
Let's start our own Kickstarter, soy. Okay, sure. I mean, there is an alternative soy pizza, and soy pizza is lurking in the comments. So if everyone...
She actually asked me today, where's her videos and why are they not on YouTube?
Oh, soy. You break on my heart.
I
I feel like we missed a couple.
Yeah, let's scroll up.
Yeah, definitely.
How'd you guys come up to make videos on YouTube about toys?
Oh, I think we've actually covered this on some episodes.
Yeah.
You just go back and watch all 100 of our videos, and it's explained.
So I said that.
Best Ninja Turtles action figure.
We covered that in our TMNT episode.
So,
It is 12-inch Krang, right?
for who?
For TMNT. TMNT.
What is our favorite
Remember
TMNT figure?
we christened him the greatest one of the classic line.
Okay, yes.
Here's a good question from Trona the Mother Toucher, which is a great name.
Sounds like a
And it's
swear.
about the articulation on the figure. So in our first update that we did for the Kickstarter,
yes.
we did mention about the articulation over
We gave you a
here.
whole breakdown.
Yeah, so check this out. We have awesome
That's
concept art.
update number 2.
I have to go
Okay,
down.
sorry.
Yes.
Let's
Okay.
talk about it.
So check this out. Again, the figures featured in the Kickstarter and in the videos are prototypes, and they will have definitely more articulation than they have. This includes limited hip, wrist, neck, shoulder, and neck, shoulder, hip, and wrist articulation.
Now, we're also going to add waist, but the tooling models, which are the versions that show the articulation and the engineering, those are being worked on now. There will be waist articulation. We're also looking at having these be Glios compatible, which I think is great.
Well, not a lot of people know what that is. So
Yeah, I'd like to know what that is.
We have a full update
Grab
coming
one?
on Glios.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. No. I'm writing a full update on it, so
Okay.
we can introduce people to that. You can also check out Onell Designs or things like that. But we've gotten a couple people that push back about the level of articulation. They want Marvel Legends amount of articulation.
With the weird torso
worse.
hip cut
And-
out,
yeah.
and then you're like, huh.
Yeah.
The thing is, we had a couple of goals with this toy line. One, we wanted it to be an homage to, Kenner, and kind of in the same vein as the Reaction line from Funko that we love so much, and Super 7. And the other part is, it is very expensive, and it adds a lot of time and troubleshooting to add articulation. And when you're dealing with a toy that is roughly 4 inches tall, that engineering is more fragile, and there's more breakage, and it's not sturdy, and your unit cost goes up. So there's any number of very real financial concerns that make overly articulating this figure just not feasible. If
Yeah.
we wanted to sell these at $30 instead of 20 or 10 or 15, then maybe. But
I think we wanted to just make a classic, action figure. We didn't want to complicate it. Right?
yeah, this is a good question.
Well,
We have it all again. If you're just tuning in now, tell your friends about this podcast. Live stream, and keep the questions coming. We have some more coming
right here.
One guy.
Right here. Wire blue. Answer that one. That's a great one.
Yeah. Honest opinion on SH Figure Arts Broly must get or must wait. You really
I know
want to
the
know?
answer.
Yes.
Okay. It is easily the best Dragon Ball Z character that they have done. He's significantly larger. The likeness is great. Just look at any other Broly figure that has been done in the past, and it does not compare.
This is going to be the Broly show now.
Yeah,
it's going to be
if you
30
want to.
minutes of
Well, and I say get them now because in my experience of seeing any SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z toy, or you think the price is like, oh, that's okay, I don't need it, and then you know what? A couple months later, $100 on top of that. Like Frieza Cell, $40. Could have picked them up, and I should have. Now they're literally $180 to $220, and I'm just like, why did I pick them up? And Broly is definitely, again, my favorite SH Figure Arts Dragon Ball Z figure. So.
well, there's a lot of good questions coming in. Okay, so quickly.
Oh, Dean!
Wait, what?
Dean!
Oh, okay.
Toronto the Mother Toucher said, what figures did you use to create the idea and individual style of the Knights of the Slice? So the big lines that influenced me were first and foremost, I'm going to say this wrong, but there was a company, Popey, who imported Star Wars figures, and they were just kind of Kenner figures, and they were sold in these kind of boxes instead of blisters, and they did all of the Takusatsu type of shows, Sentai, and that was a big influence because it was kind of like a very simplistic take on these figures, and they were trying to mirror what Kenner was doing here in the States, and they actually distributed Star Wars and even tried G.I. Joe at one point. So that was a big influence. But I think contemporary to that, like we said, Funko and Super 7's Reaction line have been amazing. And we wanted something that kind of fit on the shelves next to that.
We're back. This is going. I stepped out for a second, specifically for Dean Klebonis. I want to say SH Figure Arts has Mario, Luigi, and Yoshi. What Nintendo figure would you like to see from the next? Give me a Bowser. Give me some more like play sets. Like I want the little characters. Like I want a Chain Chomp. I want like the little
Bullet
Gopher,
Bill?
Bullet
Yeah.
Bill, and everyone's you mentioned Yoshi, but I don't think anybody out there
On YouTube.
On
this
YouTube
is probably
has
a
it.
world first premiere.
Nobody has it. So
No one has
I
it.
don't even. Oh my goodness! What is this?
Look at that.
Is this an
So
exclusive?
yeah, it is. So we got Yoshi right here. He comes with 3 different shells.
He's not even available in Japan yet.
That's right.
Yeah.
He comes with the regular shell. Right now he has the Luigi shell with a mount.
I believe
And
it's
then he's got a- Luigi, right? And so you can kind of just take your Luigi figure and have him like this.
Yeah, so the
to
clear
ride
piece,
on like that.
Yeah, the clear piece supports his butt, and if you want it without someone riding on his back, it has a regular shell.
Yep.
But then there's 2 different shells for both Mario and Luigi because they have different legs. Yeah, and again, this
He's
is
great.
not available anywhere, not even in Japan yet. And Tamashi is awesome, and they sent it to us way early. It doesn't even have the official box art.
He's
Yeah.
really cool. He he's definitely to scale here with the Luigi and the
Yeah.
Mario.
Ouija.
Ouija, right. He comes with an open hand without the egg, an open hand with an egg. He comes with fists. The tongue definitely comes out, and you can close his mouth.
And he makes that sound when you hop on him.
No, but that would be awesome.
Can you imitate?
I don't think
No,
anybody
it's like
can.
so
It's very
hard. It's
computerized.
Carrie's ringtone. But,
Yeah, there you go. That was close.
It's just air.
It's like a record scratch.
So this opens it up for you guys. If you like, I had to say, like, with all these Nintendo characters coming out from Tamashi and also from Figma, and you ask like, which would you like to see done by SH Figure Arts? Which would you prefer do it, SH Figure Arts or Figma?
Real quick before it gets lost, there's a good question from Anika Lord. Who would you like to see in the SH Music Arts line? And I would like to see Trent Reznor, the Downward Spiral era, from his Closer video. That would be an amazing figure.
That's 9 Inch
And
Nails.
nobody else knows what I'm talking about.
9 Inch Nails.
Yeah, exactly.
Trent Reznor.
But yeah, I mean,
I would like to see a Princess Peach.
that's what I was gonna say. I think they got to do Peach or Bowser next, right?
I gotta see that skirt.
Oh,
It's like they're like, all right, you wanted it.
that's
you got
a different live
it.
cam.
Shy Guy. We're gonna be doing Shy.
Yeah, but what I'm saying, like, they gave Buzzy Beetle to the playset to come with Luigi, but like, I would love to see, Shy Guy. I would like to see Spiny.
Like an enemy set, like a
Yeah, but
figurine.
or like
Yeah.
Lakitu with Spiny,
That'd be
the
cool.
Spinies,
Oh,
and
we got a legitimate
and more
Kickstarter
Koopas.
question.
Okay. Kickstarter.
Are the Knights Trenchcoat and Tribly 1/18th scale? That is a very good question. It's not a Tribly. It is a Milady Fedora. But yes, they are 3 3/4 inch scale, and so you will be able to dress up your G.I. Joes or your Marvel figures or anything that's in that scale with them. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and for those of you who are just like curious about it, it's just like, why is a costume man wearing a trench coat? It's like kind of playing off of like Ninja Turtles
Yeah.
in disguise.
Let's get the Knight of the Slice over there, shall we?
All right.
Can you make SD versions of the Knights? I don't know what you mean by SD. I think that's
Super
offensive.
deformed.
There you go.
At that beauty.
I agree,
Yeah.
Dean. Tiff had a great suggestion by making a peach in this scale. This would be pretty cool. Yeah. Are you going to be eating pizza? Jesse is lactose intolerant.
And I
And
don't eat gluten, brother.
So this is currently just one of the 3 that exist at the moment.
That's right.
Yeah.
Is he fully articulated?
Sample.
Slightly fully articulate. Yes.
Can
So
we put them on screen?
Can you put him on a screen?
Got a little something.
No. No, that's okay. You just have like in here. I'm on top of everything.
It's branding. It's good branding.
Yeah, I just don't know.
Here we go.
All right, so keep the questions rolling in.
There you
Who will win a fight? Mario, Sonic, Link, or Mega Man? That's a Smash question. Just play Smash.
There you go, that's good.
Settle in Smash.
Let's stay there.
We'll say that. Do you want to risk it? Okay, dude. Oh, and our broadcast has ended.
How many? What is it? How many points of articulate? How many points of articulate? Oh, I already kind of answered that. Are you planning? Did you already read that one? Are you planning on making exclusive figures for Comic-Con or any other conventions?
Should we say?
It depends on our timing. Right now, the campaign is our #1 priority, and it just depends on how easily this production goes and how the campaign goes, and if there is time and bandwidth. We have plenty of exclusives planned. It all just depends on when we're shipping and what shows, correspond with that.
That's fair.
Let's call it. Some people said, what Nendoroid figures do you own?
Let's try to keep it to Kickstarter questions, though, right? They're here for the.
Well, I
There's
mean,
no more questions.
no, right there.
Which one?
I really like the pizza cutter hand. Is there a way to get that separately?
Oh, I see.
well, it's soy.
Oh yeah, ban her. Somebody ban her. Why would you want it separately? Why would you? You gotta get the fedora. You gotta get the trench coat. I mean,
It fits into the arm, so
Yeah.
you replace the glove with the pizza slicer, and it becomes its
That's true.
weapon, or like I don't know,
mhm.
he's eating.
Or that's just
Pizza.
how he works.
Between die-cast, vacuumized metal, and clear plastic, which would you like to see implemented more often? All three
At the same time.
at the same time, whenever possible.
Well, back to that Nendoroid question. I have at home Pokemon Red and Toon Link, and Tiff has Isabel.
And
I have another one.
Kickstarter question. If
Oh,
Kickstarter,
Attack on Titan.
if Kickstarter is successful, will you guys expand on Knights of the Slice or do something else?
I think we'll just retire.
Yeah, we'll be going out. We'll be buying an island in the Caribbean. Don't forget the passport. I think we may do both. There's other toy projects I'd love to give life to. I think we have a ton of stuff sort of planned and a ton of collaborators for Knights of the Slice. So, if this goes well, it's a good signal that we can kind of expand.
There's plenty of colors in the rainbow, right?
That's right.
Green, red,
There's only a handful.
blue, purple, right? We've only hit 4 so far.
And,
It would be nice to create a world.
like Pokemon, you gotta catch them all.
The pizza quest. Like, who is involved in this pizza quest? It's in space. They're all here fighting crime, eating pizza, whatever it is.
All those things.
Yeah,
All those things.
and like you said, what would we do something else? Like, I'm just speaking about like Kickstarters, and like I know a bunch of different Kickstarters that make toys. They end up doing like several series on Kickstarter. So I mean, if you're gonna support us, then
We'll
like
keep
if
it
you want
going.
to-
As long as you guys want to buy them, we'll keep making them.
Mhm.
After the Kickstarter production in September, where do you plan on selling upcoming figures? Maybe on a website or something like that.
partner.
I want to be careful here because really, we don't know for certain that these will be sold outside of the campaign. So people's best bet is to back the campaign,
yeah.
and do it for the figures you want.
Yeah.
We have lots of discussions, and we're working at our best to make these available outside of that, but we can't make any promises. I think it's very likely that Wheel of Find would at least have a little bit of stock. But again, this will not be until after the campaign, and there is no guarantee for which styles that they may carry or that may be available.
Again, someone in the comments just asked, I'm new to this channel.
Yeah.
What is the Kickstarter? I'm showing you right now. We can't provide a link to you in the comments, unfortunately, but if you go into Kickstarter and search Toy Pizza Knights of the Slice right here,
It'll come up.
It'll come up. And basically, from our YouTube channel, we have this toy line that we're trying to Kickstart, and it's Toy Pizza's Knights of the Slice. And as you can see from both the figure we have here in the office and this Kickstarter, we're trying to make a bunch of different figures in different colorways. And
You know
basically,
what? Let's talk about the pin while we're on the page.
Okay.
Tell them about the pin. The pin is special.
the pin is very special. So basically, this is our second pin that we've ever done.
We sold out of the first one.
The first
Sold
one was
out.
sold out, and the first one was in this colorway for our lovely Toy Pizza logo designed by Tiffany. So it actually did a really nice job of nailing down that gradient by sectioning it off into like 4 different colors. But this one didn't really need the metal lines, so it's literally just black and gold, and it's like a nice, clean, and very professional
It
looking
has a
pin.
very exclusive look to it.
Yeah.
I mean, this is like a members only type pin.
Yeah, and this is only going to be available in the Kickstarter. And we have talked about doing other colorways. We want to do the girl pizza version for all those lovely ladies out there. We want to
That'd be
do
cool.
an inverted of like maybe gold and black instead of black and gold.
Oh, that might be a stretch goal.
I don't know. Oh, I didn't know that. And then also just like, any colors that we think is like super cool and super awesome, maybe possibly with some other
What about glow in the dark?
gold in the
How
dark.
about an all gold one? That would be cool.
All gold.
That's
yeah.
I vote for all gold, and as you can see in the show, I always wear like pins on my collar, and I kind of vote for a even smaller one, but this is perfect for a lapel.
I
or
think
jacket.
in 2016 we'll start doing mini sizes because I agree it's this is it's kind of an ostentatious piece, so
Yeah, it's like
I want something that could be a tie tack.
Sure.
So I think once we get through this year and we've introduced a couple styles, we'll revisit some old ones and we'll get to the the more traditional smaller pins as well.
I mean, I think the pin is one of the most valuable pieces in the Kickstarter.
Yeah,
itself.
that's the thing, guys. There are less than 100 of the pins, and we've already fulfilled quite a few of those tiers. So, I mean, there's only really a handful left. So if people are on the fence, or they think that they're going to get this pin later down the road,
Right?
It's not going to happen. Like these early bird specials are there just for this very reason.
So someone asked, like, with our even without a relationship with Bandai and Tamashii Nations, I would love to see a Night of the Slice in that scale.
Oh yeah, so someone asked, would Bandai Tamashii Nations do Knights of the Slice? I think we got a better chance than anybody else.
That's true.
We love those guys. They're huge Toy Pizza fans. I think our audience would have to be a magnitude bigger.
Yeah.
We would need millions of followers, but I think we'll get there.
Sure.
And when we hit that threshold, they would absolutely be the first people we would want to work with.
Yeah.
Liz asked if we're going to San Diego Comic-Con, and if we're there, of course we'd hang out with you, go to the West Coast.
Oh, I'm really busy.
I think
taco.
she didn't ask.
I framed it as a question.
Right. She just said San Diego Comic Con, I think.
So someone asked, Dudecraft is still here with us. Dudecraft the Warrior. It would be cool to make a Comic-Con exclusive all gold Night of the Slice. I welcome that. That's amazing.
Beautiful.
Because every single iteration of Super Sentai, it's expensive.
Yeah.
But there's always either some Gold Ranger, but there's always gold and black or gold and green.
Yeah, and it doesn't have to have that liquid gold. It could be like a metallic black, or it's exactly
I would say we have
Max. What's up, Max?
Oh God,
it's
Max.
Tell him at FYE. He's awesome.
Max is great, and he backed the campaign, by the way.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, Max is our #1 youngest fan, I would say, out of that age bracket.
He's a cool guy.
All gold, there's probably about 15 variants in the planning stages, I would say. All gold is one we haven't really thrown on the list, but I think it's, that's an easy one.
Yeah, I think all gold. I would even vote for all silver, all black, clear. What's it? Neon green, glow in the dark.
Yeah. I mean, we can do glow in the dark. We can do. That's all.
Glow in the Night of the Slice.
Glow night.
I mean, if you back the highest amount on the Kickstarter, you can pretty much design whatever you want.
I like that. A deep dish night, whereas he's just bigger.
Like a chunky.
Okay, so
that's funny.
Okay, someone asked if we can just fight a giant pizza as a villain. I'd be okay with that because it's almost like I don't really want to defeat this pizza unless I get to eat them afterwards.
Yeah.
But then having I just think about South Park and how they make another Tally that's just twice the size.
Right.
And any superhero venture, there's always just someone that triumphs them in size, and that'd be awesome if it was just either a renegade Night of the Slice that was just twice the size, whether he's on steroids or modified in a pizza factory. I don't know. That'd be really cool. But you gotta think about what colors and what you would look like. I would just think
be toxic.
Yeah, toxic. Different kind of visor, different helmet.
It would be really cool to get everyone's take on the the Knights of the Slice story, and who are they? I mean, we kind of make it up and change it as we go along because our imaginations are endless, and I mean, it would be nice to get some of your opinions on their story. What's their background? What's their purpose? And
how old are they? Right?
How old are they?
I think they're all.
What do they dream about?
They're us. They are each one of us.
They're all
You
70.
look at them and you project onto them.
Oh, each one of us. So, one of them is soy,
not
one of them
just
is.
us.
That makes sense.
There's a Tito Miranda
Night
Night of the Slice,
That's very
and there's an
specific.
Air Plant Night of the Slice,
And
and there's
Don
a Max
Jose.
Palladino
All of them,
Night of the Slice.
And Don Jose.
It's kind of beautiful.
Will
Don
there
Jose?
be a clear figure of Knights of the Slice? Clear would be a great sort of
That'd be
variant to
kinda
do. We don't have any plans in this production run, but
Mhm.
I think I always love clear figures.
Clear,
Those are very
sweet.
cool. So yeah, I think it's conceivable if we fund. Again, it's up to you guys.
Yeah, we'll see. Well, Don Jose says, "Good thing I get paid tonight. Money towards the Kickstarter." So that's very kind of him to say he's
Love you,
backing
Don
us.
Jose.
Glow in the Dark Knight. Yeah, well, not in this campaign per se, but I mean, if anybody wants to back the highest amount, you get to custom make your own knight.
That's true. For a mere 10 grand, you can pick your own knight. You will then become that knight in all of
the tales.
Yeah, all of the tales of the Knights of the Slice. So these are all great ideas. Now go rob a bank and get 10 grand.
Well, that'd be funny if like the first person who backed the project was 10 grand, because then we'd instantly be funded. Yeah.
So ask your mom for if you can borrow the credit card.
Willie Weasel's here. Hey, Willie Weasel.
Hi, Willie. You didn't miss it. You're here with us. We're in love. Hi. So those of you just joining us, we were talking about our Kickstarter that is currently running. We have 17 days left. We're 73% there. Can't wait for that to hit 100% and above and beyond. And for any of you just tuning in, we're answering your questions. So ask away in the comments.
Willie Weasel.
Willie Weasel.
Oh, I think you'd see me. No, I'm over here. So how are
you
you
ever
ever
gonna-
time?
Oh, an articulation question. Are you ever going to add articulation to the knights rather than just the arms and head? I encourage everyone to check out our first backer update on the campaign page. It breaks down the articulation, why we made the decisions we made, and what the final count will be.
Any chance of a rubber knights?
I like this one, like Kinnikumen muscle figures, so Fubi.
That would be awesome.
They're kind of already ahead of the articulation.
I want
so
a Kinnikumen, the tiny one.
Actually, you know, True Tech, who has done a ton of Keshi figures, reached out and expressed interest in doing a Knights of Slice. He works a lot with Eric Nilla.
Oh, that's awesome.
And,
Very cool.
I think he had done a Tankhead variation at one point. So he's very interested. We'd love to see that happen.
Let's do it.
Our bandwidth has been spent with the campaign, so we haven't really put those plans in motion. But yeah, definitely.
People in the comments are Max actually just asked finding a pizza monster. That I welcome that too. I just wanted to share with you guys, just like, you know, we're talking about Kinkeshi and stuff like that. I wanted to also share with you like what else is happening with Knights of the Slice, and you know, we're collaborating with a great artist. But aside from that, a good friend Mechazone, we featured him on the show a couple times and with some sketches. But this is actually coming to life. He's specializes in 3D printing, and he makes his own mechs, and literally he understands what it takes like to make a mech. And we lent him some of our art assets, and he created this idea of
the pizza knot.
The pizza knot.
It's beautiful. I think also he said that the yellow pieces will be chromed.
Oh wow!
That'd be awesome.
Yeah.
So look, he's the best. This guy really understands how to do robotics and things like that.
Yeah.
He actually has great books that will teach you how to draw robots.
Cool.
He's just a massive talent. He's a super nice guy.
Wait, you could.
And I think there'll be a very small batch of these pizza knots for sale maybe in April. So look forward to
it. So yeah, check out in the back. You can kind of see it.
Oh yeah, it's chromed.
It's chromed out. So like I said, he 3D prints his pieces. So he actually 3D prints like not just like a one full figure. He actually pieces them together.
Yeah.
And if you ever held anything 3D printed, it's got this lot of ridges in it, and that's just from the printing process. And you know, it's kind of like rigid and it's not smooth, but what he does, he has a special technique that kind of eliminates that, and it makes it actually very smooth. So I'm very excited to see these. And in the Pizza Quest universe, I can see them being, you know, part of like the mechs that these guys drive, you know.
Possibly.
Yeah. I welcome everything. Like, this is all about making toys, and like, you know, we love Power Rangers. We love, you know, Transformers. We love like Gundam and stuff like that. And not necessarily like the inspiration of where they're from, just the toys themselves. If you took away all the backstory from all these toys, the toys are sick and they're awesome. And that's kind of like what we're trying to convey with Knights of the Slice.
Yeah. Have you ever thought of different scales for the Knights? We have, but it's not a priority right now. We got to get this one out and shipped. And, you know, we're definitely interested in different sizes. But for the time being, we got enough work.
Steven asked, what will the packaging look like? And we cannot going to show you just yet, but Tiff is currently designing that as well.
Yes,
it's really sick.
Yeah.
It's being worked on. The truth is we have a couple different options. It's really going to come down to costing. And
the manufacturer.
So we got some cool ideas. We'll see what happens. And the backer blog is going to be the best place to get an update
Right.
on
But
that.
we're leaning towards like a Ziploc bag, but the resealable. With the clip.
Basically it's blue and pink, and when you know that you properly sealed it, it turns purple.
Purple.
It
Yeah.
keeps the cold side cold and the hot side hot.
Yeah.
Great question here. Will there be any other Knights of the Slice merchandise besides toys? Yes. There's going to be some very awesome merchandise from a very cool collaborator and designer.
But you have to stay tuned.
You got to stay tuned. It is going to be one of the unlocks, and it is awesome stuff.
All I gotta say is, if you're really curious to know like what that may or may not be, my hint to you is Titanfall Jesse DeSazio.
That has nothing to do with it.
Are you kidding me? Think
What are you
about
talking about?
your post. Your post.
That's
a see?
last night.
Yeah.
We're like,
Wild Goose Chase.
Yes, there's going to be some great merchandise besides the toys. There
And
may
the pin.
even be some good merchandise outside of the campaign.
Bollinger, a good friend, Matt Bollinger.
Ban him.
Yeah, if you see him, he owes us money, but he is designing some pretty rad shirt designs, and he's gonna do some. I mean, who wouldn't want a Toy Pizza general icon on a shirt, or just like some really rad?
I can't wait to throw those designs in the toilet. That sounds great.
I love your faces. Did you do a review on them yet? Where may I buy them? I don't.
Are you a
understand.
serial killer? I would answer that with a question. Can we expect to see some possible villains?
Of course.
Sure.
Yeah,
Yeah,
we're
we
definitely.
The truth is, we don't have a lot of this narrative or the backstory planned out, and that's kind of a good thing. Like, we want this to happen organically. When we also decide to tell these stories and get into comic books and things like that, we want to really be thoughtful about it. We want to have the right partners, and the most important thing for me, which I think you guys will agree with, I don't want to do anything that's been done before. I don't want to just make something that's very cliche or use the same sort of story mechanisms we've seen in these Sentai-like programs. So I want to do something a little different.
So basically, us three, we're regular people, and then we say it's morphin time,
Oh boy.
and then we turn into.
There goes the lawsuits. Willie Weasel would like us to explain Glyos. Do you want to screen share and we'll check out?
Yeah, if you want to.
So
that's the villain in Portal, I believe.
No, that's
GLaDOS. So Glyos is the creation of Matt Dowdy, who is just this awesome dude, and he's been in the toy industry forever. He started in his garage machining parts. You spelled Dowdy wrong. Okay. It's Onel Design. That's the place.
Okay.
Oh boy, now you've ruined it.
All right, so if you go into Google with us and you search Glyos, it's the site called Onel Design, and as Jesse said, Matt Dowdy, he developed this awesome unique system.
I met him about 10 years ago at San Diego Comic-Con when I was just an intern, and he was this really weird guy walking around with all these handmade toys. But there was something there, and he just kind of took all these scrap metal parts and pieced together action figures. But there's this enormous world he had built, and this narrative, and he had photo books he'd done. And lo and behold, 10 years later, this is his main time gig. He's making these in China. He has insanely low prices, so this is a very easy toy line to collect. There's a ton of stuff that's available, and it's just like this success story. It's just a guy who loves toys, made them himself, and there's tons of different people that use the Glyos system, and all these toys can interact with each other.
So my question, maybe for a couple
You
other
go to the
people,
blog.
a couple other people probably have this question too.
Sure.
None of these toys look anything like the Knights of the Slice.
Yeah.
So what is actually compatible? Like what? How does it fit in?
So the peg that connects all of these figures and gives it articulation is I believe a 5mm peg. So by using that same joint, we can interchange all the parts.
Yeah, and that's why this.
So you see these little pegs on the top there. That's the plug that all Glyos figures use.
Okay, so and where would those be on the Knights of the Slice?
It would be in the shoulder, in the wrist, in the hips.
Okay.
And here's his Christmas tree. Merry Christmas 2014.
But I see but some of the pegs
Are showing, you're saying.
Right. So I'm saying how close is this to the final?
Well, I have a Glyos figure. Why don't you can hop back? I'll go grab a Glyos.
Okay.
Yeah. So we're gonna do a full feature on Glyos, considering that not only is he awesome, but he's a great
I'm confused.
system.
That doesn't-
And if you're interested, go to oneldesign.com and check it out for yourselves. It's really, really cool.
Check it out for yourself.
Yeah.
Go
And of
do
course,
it
as
right
you know,
now.
as we continue to put these figures into production, you will know the whole way there.
Yeah.
More questions? Will there be any other accessories besides the trench coat, fedoras, and the pizza slicer? Not from the campaign, no, but we're definitely looking. If we do end up going with the Goliath system, then possibilities are endless. We can definitely end up doing some other things.
I guess the reason why I ask is just because it feels so round. Like every part of this feels very round and skinny, right? Where this looks more beefed up and more muscular. So
I can speak to that too.
it's, you know what I mean?
It's just the way they're put together. Like
Right,
it's so you can I think you can there's sort of a mix matchy thing going on.
Yeah.
That
So,
you can
see
customize
these.
them.
I had a toy exactly
It just
like
kinda-
that like you could just like take apart.
So
check this out. So
kind of.
this is a
this
figure
is-
very close to ours, and this utilizes the Glyos joints. This is Power Lords by the Four Horsemen.
And this obviously looks
That's
nothing.
Kickstarted.
And that was
And-
not Power Lords, but
Oh.
Four Horsemen.
So
that
this
was-
figure uses the same plug system, I guess we
Yeah,
could
this
say.
is stylized like in Matt Dowdy's like line,
Right.
You know, but like this uses that same articulation, and you can see look at the range of motion on it. See, look,
Right.
you can turn the entire forearm.
No.
It's a very just
It's like a natural ball joint,
Yeah.
like we have in our knees. And
think
I
about a
guess-
smaller scale like SH figure art.
My only concern, I guess, was just the butt, right? Like you lose all the butt here, but if you can get
You got
the
that
butt,
booty still.
if you can get the butt in the figure, right?
Oh,
like
look,
that's
Patty
kind of.
Sunstrom is here. Hi, Patty.
So I was just
My friend
concerned.
from Flickr.
Oh,
All right.
nice. Someone asked, I love the pick with Knights of the Slice and two Elemental Girls. Will there be any sort of collaboration between the two lines? And just joining us, we did talk about them.
Fingers crossed, yes. They're very close friends of ours. I'm seeing them at Toy Fair, and hopefully we can work out some sort of official cross-pollination.
Are we hyped for the Power Rangers movie in 2016?
I don't think it'll happen.
Yeah.
It'll be canceled before.
I am no. It's all right. Maybe.
Yeah.
yeah.
So thank you guys for the questions. Let's see, we're gonna do a couple more questions before we sign off. So definitely send them our way. Let's see, can you do an episode on top 10 bootlegs?
If we find the right angle, I think YouTube is tricky. You really have to make episodes that invite search traffic, and we would have to find bootlegs of popular search terms almost, to play the game the right way. But yeah, we've also given some shout outs to some bootlegs in past episodes, as small little segments in episodes. So go back and watch all 100 of our videos.
Again, just playing with this toy, if the Knights of the Slice are anything close to this kind of articulation, it's awesome. All the joints are well hidden, and definitely I'm excited at the fact that we're using Glyos. So yeah.
Yeah, definitely go pick up some Glyos. Go check out Onell Designs, ONELL. They have some great stuff in the store, and they're really cheap. Like it's
$9 I saw.
It's
They're
a
not
great
cheap,
bargain.
they're affordable.
They're
A
affordable.
little too
Economical.
cheap. So
Yeah,
I'm
they
not.
look great.
We haven't heard from Soy or Liz in a little while, so I don't know
They're
if
dead.
they're still here.
They've died.
Mexican bootleg is pretty cool, of course. Will there be some kind of pizza sidekick like pepperoni platypus?
I think also this is a good point. I would love if we avoided all food puns in the greater story.
Right.
Like, I think that while that seems like the natural fit, it limits what you can do and where you can go.
Yeah, the
And
thing
it's
about
a-
turtles,
Right.
Yeah,
It's
if
a
like
little
it's very
the
cliche.
go-to.
It is the go-to.
We
right?
got to think outside the box a little bit.
Yeah,
I mean,
pizza
there's
box.
more to the
Yes.
story.
While I
Right,
do
yeah.
agree, I still think like
There's a way to
some-
do it.
like some sort of pizza. It doesn't even have to be a pizza, but like a pizza guy. But like he's a representation of frozen pizza, where he's just like cold, right? Like Mr. Freeze,
Yeah.
like where he shoots like frozen breath or something. I don't know.
Yeah. Or I'm thinking about like a crust that's filled with
That's
cheese,
a great question.
and sausage and peppers.
Mhm.
This
I'm
is
just hungry.
Ryan Hamill had a good question. Are you thinking of doing a vehicle or maybe
Yes.
a cheap cardboard play set?
No,
Spaceship.
This is a great question, and we'll actually give a little surprise here. There is papercraft in the future for this campaign, and these are stretch goals and really depend on how much you guys
And that funding.
apply for funding.
Yeah.
but we have some very awesome. They look great, just the coolest papercraft settings possible that we haven't designed yet, and those will be in the future of the campaign.
But they are so sick.
But they are great. We have not put pen to paper yet, but they are awesome.
Well, Weasel, yes, I have seen some ridiculous Dragon Ball Z bootlegs. Currently,
You almost bought some.
yeah, I do. Yeah, exactly. I was going to mention it because I was in the store. I was like, wow, these are probably like the best bootlegs that I've ever seen.
Yeah.
And then I found out that there were actually bootlegs of SH Figure Arts. And if you go on eBay right now, they'll sell 6 Dragon Ball Z figures as a set. And like those are the same 6 that I saw in store sold separately. And it's like Gohan with the cape, Cell, Vegeta. I don't want to say Krillin or someone else like that, and they're pretty bad. But like it was interesting because they had all the separate hands and different faces to swap out, but they were just terrible. Like paint apps were terrible. Yeah. I'm not even sure if
cheap
like
plastic.
the pieces would fit together, but it was really
Face
bad.
was real messed up.
Soy's still in here. Could someone ban her, please? Oh, and yes, Ryan, those extended universe playsets were awesome. That came with the Star Wars toys. Those were really cool. I also didn't want to ruin the cards that they were on because they were so nice looking. But something in that realm would be awesome.
Cody asks, how much Articulation do you think overall will be on the Pizza Ranger figures? 2.
Cody, you can check out our first backer blog update on the Kickstarter campaign. I believe it's public, and that will give you a full breakdown of all the articulations.
Yeah,
awesome. So you guys want to wrap up? I mean, it's almost 8 o'clock, and this is going to be public on our channel, so everyone can watch it, and it'll be a video that anyone can tune into.
We're gonna take one more question, but we're gonna wait for a really good one.
Okay.
In the meantime, we can hum the theme to Attack on Titan.
No.
We've definitely done that before.
What should we hum then?
Well, maybe the Toy Pizza song. I forget how it goes. The one you guys made up, and no, not that one.
Knights the Slice update.
Yeah, not that.
Yeah.
I've never heard it.
How about let's check on the
I just said Knights,
Kickstarter real
the
quick.
size.
See
Oh,
what
yeah.
changed.
Go live to the Kickstarter right now.
Yeah, let's take a look at the Kickstarter one more time here.
Look at that.
We could just
Yeah, it's not the same.
actually we have not talked about. Let's just real quick talk about some of the cool fan art we've seen. Right.
Yeah.
Let's go ahead and just talk a little bit about the artists.
Oh, Sexual Yakoi, I think it's pronounced.
Yeah.
Awesome artist. This guy has done. He's just
Very
the best.
vital.
Paper cuts. He's great.
Yeah, he sent over this one. Clearly, he made the right decision by choosing the teal one to showcase.
Oh, I didn't have the heart to tell you. He sent over lime and brick, and we made the teal one ourselves. James Clement, this guy is unstoppable. He has done some amazing fan art.
He's a rock star.
I would say when it's time to do the comic book, he's probably our top pick to do the interior art.
Yeah, so we're just jumping into the Toy Pizza Tumblr real quick because we did share some of his stuff. Like, look at that. This is all just like
So good.
he's just like all from his head. You know what I mean?
Cool, super cool.
And who is that other than Jake
that's so
Roper?
funny. Yeah.
If you guys didn't know, he's one of our main collaborators in this campaign. He is the exclusive purple figure. We have deemed him purple and the only purple Knight of the Slice in the Pizza Quest universe.
Until we do dark purple.
Yeah, and then check that out. Look at this.
Oh, cool.
They're heading to the ship.
That
That looks like some of the, like a bear from Five Nights at Freddy's in the back.
Could be.
And just like look at the the wreckage in the background with all the metal rods sticking out.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome. This guy's great.
I think all 3 of them are running to the bathroom. And if we go to his actual Instagram, check this out. Like he's just so good. Like here's a Link one that he did. He's just really talented.
Cool.
Like he definitely has his own sense of style. But even when it comes to like Knights of the Slice, he definitely draws them like differently. Like there's a close up of the bear again.
So good.
See, look, Five Nights at Freddy's. There we go.
There we go.
And they're totally connected.
I don't see it, but okay.
He's got good taste.
Yeah, definitely follow him and check us out on Tumblr.
Yeah, so it's underscore James backwards with a Z underscore. And we open this up to you guys. If there's ever a niche for you guys to draw some Knights of the Slice action, please send us fan art.
We love it.
toypizzamail@gmail, and you can always just hashtag your Instagram and Tumblr photos with Toy Pizza. Yeah. Who's the girl? This is Tiffany.
We don't know.
She was featured on the channel.
Picked me up off the street.
She was featured on the channel for Girl Pizza. We did Sailor Moon and favorite toys, including Hello Kitty and Animal Crossing. And it's really awesome. And She is one of our lead graphic designers, and she did pretty much all the graphics in the Kickstarter campaign.
Yeah.
It's true. So I think to close out, we will take this one last question from Nolan McCool.
All right.
Do you think Frederator would ever be interested in making an animated series about this concept? Also, have you ever considered doing an episode on Doctor Who?
Okay.
The latter, yes. That's going to be Cade's episode.
Uh-oh. All right.
And I'm
for it.
sure we'll get to it this year. I don't know about the immediate future.
Totally.
But Cade will take us through Doctor Who collectibles then and now. And to answer the former, I don't actually think Frederator are interested in an animated series.
Yeah.
If we ever did it, obviously they would love to shepherd it. But look, for them, they make funny cartoons, and they have a very specific idea of what works, and they know better than anybody what works.
Yeah, and definitely.
And I think ours is more closer to PG-13 than some of the stuff that they would.
Cameron Cook thought it was Cade's girlfriend.
No.
It's actually not Cade's girlfriend.
It's actually my girl.
It's my girlfriend / fiance. So
there you go.
Wow. Ooh, man, tough guy.
Interracial love.
You big timing us?
Okay.
But thank you, Cameron's Hook.
Just
Or
because
Cameron Shook.
my girlfriend said
Cameron
no
shook
when I
it.
proposed to her doesn't mean you have to rub that in my face.
Okay, I think this is a great
bring that
time to
up.
sign
All
out.
right.
Thanks so much for joining us here, and
Yo, Willie Weasel totally typed it out perfectly.
That
That is.
Wait, one more question. Do you plan for Knights of the Slice to cross? Oh wait, isn't that the point of toys?
I don't. Is that a question?
I can't answer that. All right. Well, thank you guys for tuning into our live stream. And someone actually said above, like, do more live streams. I mean, we can do that definitely. If you guys
We'll do
want.
a couple more before the campaign's over, I think,
Listen,
right?
If we get 30 people watching, why not?
Yeah.
Also, thank you guys for the questions. If you haven't backed, shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame on you.
shame on you.
Shame on you.
But we understand, so at least spread the word.
And when we finish up here and we close it out, we will put the link in the actual description of this video. So thank you again for tuning in.
And shame on you.
Yeah.
Shame.
And thank you if you did.
Okay.
You're bad.
Bye, guys.
All right, bye, everyone.
Bye.
See you later.
No.
On camera. Bye.
We don't do that in the house.
Let's do it on 3. 1, 2, 3.
Peace.